User left your channel.
Well, good evening, race fans, and welcome to the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway here in Concord, North Carolina, where Down TV brings you coverage of tonight's 410 sprint cars for the Down iRacing League here from the dirt track at Charlotte. My name is Steve Ovens, along with Rob Bellinger up here in the booth. Rob pushing all the buttons for us and making everything look great out on our streaming apps here at Down TV. Heat race number 1 rolling onto the racetrack. Let's go ahead and give you the lineup of how they will start. Going away from the pole, picked up a big win the other night, Eric Elmore aboard the 420 machine alongside the 6 of Randy Crowder, George Curtis, Anthony Lepresto, row 2. Skip Tuttle, John Literal, row 3, and Eric Tupper, a newcomer. Eric Tupper, a newcomer to the Down League, and we are racing off turn 4. Green flag is out. Heat race number 1 underway. Down the back straightaway they go. Curtis and Tuttle do battle for position. They've got Tupper right behind him, as that's a good battle from positions 4, 5, 6, and 7. But we'll take a look up here at the battle for position number 2. That is Anthony Lepresto and Randy Crowder. Lepresto gets the position that time by. Crowder will have to tuck into line in 3rd. As now everybody pretty much single file. A little bit of a pass for position there for spots number 6 and 7 through turns 3 and 4. Big slider that time by. Green flag racing still here on the racetrack, and we've got a battle for the lead now. Anthony Lepresto stalking the back bumper of the 420 of Eric Elmore. Elmore holds on to the position, but here comes Lepresto. Lepresto thought about trying to slide job, but ran out of room and ran out of time. He'll have to pack and stack it here and try it again, as he's lost several car lengths now to Elmore. For that lead position, Randy Crowder solidly in position number 3. But now Lepresto starting to reel in your leader one more time. Anthony Lepresto aboard car number 57. Down the back straightaway, and he has got it down to a car length. Through 3 and 4, and he's chopped another half a car length off. Here comes Anthony Lepresto with 1 lap remaining. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Eric Elmore right through the middle of the racetrack, and he's going to hold on to it. Elmore will get heat race number 1. Second will be Anthony Lepresto. Third will be the old trout fisherman Randy Crowder. And rounding out your top 5 is George Curtis and Eric Tupper. Rounding out the field in heat race number 1, finishing in 6th will be Skip Tuttle, and finishing 7th will be John Littoral. And that will bring us up to heat race number 2. Let's go ahead and give you the rundown of how they will start. Going away from the pole in the 26 machine, that is John Lepresto. John Lepresto in the 26. To his outside, aboard the 12 machine, all the way out of central Pennsylvania, that is Jeremy Zarfos. Row 2 to the inside. Here's a guy to keep your eye on tonight, Chris Adams. Aboard the 4 car, this is one of his best tracks on the 360 and 410 wing sprint car series here with the Hammer Down League. Adams always does well here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Keep your eye on car number 4. On his outside in the 05 machine, that is Taylor Wood. Row 3 to the inside will be the 661 of All You Who, Terry Landis. Aboard car 661 to his outside in car number 1, that is Steven Hersberg. Steven Hersberg in the 1. And out back on the field, driving the Mohawk Northeast, Creekside Entertainment, Turn 5 Media, number 10, from the Penn Yan Posse, that is Bruce Hilton. Bruce Hilton will round out the field. 7 cars, 10 laps the distance. Chevy Performance Pace Truck peels off the speedway on the back straightaway. And John Lepresto will lead the field to the green. Jeremy Zarfos outside of him on the front row. Lepresto hits the loud pedal and heat race number 2 is underway. Adams with a big slider, but Zarfos was there to hold on to position number 2 as we're off and racing. Here in heat race number 2, down through 3 and 4 for the first time. One car having some trouble there through 3 and 4. I can't make out what car number that is, but one car having a big problem with a tight race car through turns 3 and 4 that first time. Bruce Hilton will pick up a spot aboard the 10 car. He's already up to the 6th spot after starting 7th. But now let's take a look at your leaders. Here comes Jeremy Zarfos up on the back bumper of the 26 of John Lepresto. They'll swing it through turns 1 and 2. 3 laps on the turn 5 media lap board, 7 to go. And it's Lepresto who starts down on the low lane and lets it swing out to the outside on exit. But here comes Zarfos. Zarfos trying to pounce. Lepresto opened the door, and here comes Zarfos down to the inside. Slide job into turn number 4. And we've got, Zarfos got the wall. The 12 car hits the wall off of turn 4. We almost had a new race leader. Lepresto got the lead back at the line, but here comes Adams. Slide job into turn 4, and we have another new race leader. It's Chris Adams. Slide job by Lepresto into turns 1 and 2. Adams with the crossover off turn 2 and into turns 3 and 4. Adams will lead lap number 7 here with 3 to go as the racing is getting good up front. Zarfos having problems there on the 12 car, and that allowed Terry Landis to move up to position number 3. So move Landis into position number 3. Off turn 4, though, this time it'll be Chris Adams in the 4 car. He'll take the white flag. Final trip around the dirt track at Charlotte here, the 4/10 mile clay oval here, just across the property from the paved NASCAR track, and Adams will get the win. Chris Adams will bring it home in position number 1. Finishing second will be John Lepresto. Terry Landis will finish third. Steven Hersberg got by Zarfos in that exchange with the front stretch wall. So Hersberg will finish 4th, Zarfos 5th, Bruce Hilton will finish 6th, and Taylor Wood will finish in position number 7, 5 laps down. And that'll bring us up to the warm-up session. These drivers will have 2 minutes to make any final adjustments, go out and make sure that the car is handling to their liking, as these guys will have to put on a full fuel load to take the green flag tonight. One of the updates with iRacing here in the winter months, just before spring, was they took the adjustability out of how much fuel you can put in the car. So you now have the option of 3 gallons, which these guys will use. I would have to say across the board, everybody does 3 gallons for qualifying. I can't imagine that anybody would want that extra weight on the car, because your only options are 3 gallons or 30 gallons. Go big or go home when it comes to fueling these race cars. These methanol-breathing 410 sprint cars. Such power as they cruise around the dirt track at Charlotte here. Let's go ahead and look at the track information here for the dirt track at Charlotte. As I mentioned before, it is a clay oval here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, just across the road from Charlotte Motor Speedway, located here in Concord, North Carolina. It is a 4/10 mile, but if you're walking it out along the inside of the racetrack, it actually measures out to 0.39 miles around the dirt track at Charlotte, 4 corners. Track elevation here at the dirt track at Charlotte, 679.69 feet. Tonight's track temperature as we run under the lights here is 66.90 degrees Fahrenheit. So a little bit of a cooler night here for these 410 sprint cars that make just ridiculous power under the hood of these cars. And the field will start gridding up. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup for tonight's 30-lap feature event. Going away from the pole, in the 661, that is old Yoo-Hoo, Terry Landis, will start on the pole tonight. To his outside, aboard car number 6, that is the old trout fisherman, Randy Crowder. Row 2 to the inside, it's an all Lepresto. Row number 2, John Lepresto. In the 26, Anthony Lepresto, starting on the outside of row number 2 in the 57. Row 3, couple of guys you want to keep your eye on here tonight. Chris Adams aboard that Ford machine, to his outside, the 420 of Eric Elmore. Row number 4 to the inside will be the 64 of George Curtis, to his outside, the 1 car of Steven Hersberg. Row number 5 will be the 115 of Eric Tupper. ET will start from position number 9, to his outside, Jay-Z, Jeremy Zarfos, in the 12. Row number 6 will be the 83 of Skip Tuttle. To his outside, aboard the Mohawk Northeast number 10 out of the Penyan Posse, that is Bruce Hilton. And row number 7, your final starting row, 14 cars ready to take the green flag here tonight. The 68 of John Littoral, the 05 of Taylor Wood. Race fans, as the field makes their way through turns 3 and 4, we want you to stand and make a little noise. Get out of your seat and get on your feet. The 410 sprint cars for the Hammer Down iRacing League, ready to put on a show for you tonight. And they will make their way down the front straightaway through turns 1 and 2, and we are just about ready to go green flag racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Terry Landis, Randy Crowder, a couple of wily veterans here with the Hammer Down iRacing League, ready to bring the field to green. And ladies and gentlemen, as we always say here with the Hammer Down iRacing League, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to drop the hammer! Field makes their way through turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Anthony Lepresto quickly moves up into the 3rd spot. Now he's going to challenge Crowder for position number 2. Terry Landis will lead lap number 1. Lap number 1 going to Landis, and now Anthony Lepresto, hot and heavy on the back bumper of the 6 of Randy Crowder. He eats him up through turns 3 and 4, but Crowder will hold on to the position. Crowder now goes to the extreme outside. Boy, Lepresto was right there, and now here comes Crowder. Big slide job into turn number 3. Landis will cross him over, and Landis will continue to lead as the yellow flag is out. Now we got trouble! 3, 4, 5 cars involved! Your top 5 cars involved in a big mess in turn 1. Just as the yellow flag came out, oh, what a tough deal there for all of those cars. Landis crossed the line as the leader just as the yellow flag had come out. And entering the corner, Landis and Crowder got together. And now Landis has come to a stop at the pit road entrance. And now Landis will come down the pit lane. Crowder already in the pits. It looks like Chris Adams, one of your early race favorites, in the pits. So your top 3 cars are sitting on pit lane as we work lap number 5 under yellow. What a strange set of circumstances here. The yellow flag had just come out. And as the leaders slowed for the yellow, it looked like everybody just tried to check up for the yellow, but everybody was still in race mode. And now here we go. Anthony Lepresto has taken over the lead. John Lepresto to his outside. And John Lepresto with no front wing. We'll see how he does with that. Matter of fact, I think Anthony Lepresto is also missing the front wing. Yeah, your top 2 cars. No front wing on the 57 or the 26. And in the catbird seat, here's Eric Elmore. We'll see what the Lepresto boys can do without the use of that front wing. That's going to make things pretty interesting here. Elmore rides in position number 3. Currently 4th is Jeremy Zarfos in the 12. And now I think we're starting to see that front wing come into play. John Lepresto fighting a super tight condition. You can see him fighting that race car, trying to keep it up to speed, but Elmore will get position number 2 with a big slide job into turn 2. Contact there between Lepresto and Elmore. Elmore with a slide job into turn 3, and he'll reclaim position number 2. Elmore with a big run off of turn 2, and here they get caught up! 3 cars involved! 1 car upside down, that's Elmore! In turn 3, and that's going to bring out the yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the speedway. We're going to go back and take a look at this here on the Hammer Down TV replay. I'm going to take a look at it here and see if we can sort out what happened. Eric Elmore had a huge run off of turn number 2, got down to the inside lane, and then he and Lepresto made contact. It looked like they just got kind of wheel slapping each other. It didn't look like it was anything intentional, but Elmore had such a huge run down the back straightaway, and Lepresto's car was out of shape off the corner, and it looked like they just happened to meet in the middle. It didn't look like anything, any poor driving or anything intentional of that sort. Lepresto got a little out of shape, and Elmore was right there. Just 2 racers racing for the same piece of real estate. And unfortunately, Jeremy Zarfos got collected in that. Really no wrongdoing on his part. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Zarfos with heavy front end damage on the 12 car. He is now going to be down a front wing. So a crazy, crazy race here so far tonight with the 410 Sprinters, as we put lap number 14 on the Turn 5 media lap board. We've had 2 caution flags for 6 laps, and we will bring it down to the line to take the green, and they'll get the halfway signal at the same time. So Anthony Lepresto, and now look who's up on the outside of the front row. Taylor Wood. Taylor Wood, who started dead last. Wood with the 2nd position down the back straightaway. Oh, we got contact Randy Crowder goes around in the 6. Crowder had some help. Go back here and take a look at this one. Right off the drop of the green here on the restart. Crowder started on the outside lane right behind Bruce Hilton in the 10. And as they work their way through turns 1 and 2, Crowder working the outside lane. And boy, it's hard to tell there. Hard to really make a call on that one. You know, Lepresto, the 26, you know, it kind of looked like, again, you know, almost same situation as the last yellow flag. I'm going to take a look at it one more time here. Crowder on the outside lane, Lepresto down on the low lane, and again, just like that last caution, it looked like these two guys just going for the same piece of real estate off turn number 2. I got to believe that turn 2 is getting a little slick or something of that sort off of the second turn, because that has been calamity corner here tonight. So Anthony Lepresto with no front wing on the 57 machine. Your leader, second is Taylor Wood, third is Eric Tupper. Tupper started 9th, he's up to 3rd. Running in the 4th spot is Skip Tuttle, who started 11th. I mean, when you look at it, the last 4 cars in the running order currently started 3rd, started 5th, started 2nd, and started 1st. So we've got 3 cars in the top 4 that started 9th or worse, and we've got 4 cars that started in the top 5 that are in the bottom 4 positions in the running order. Only 10 cars on the lead lap. John Lepresto, the last car, is currently scored on the lead lap in the 26. Bruce Hilton has gained 5 spots. He started 12th. He's up to 7th. Let's see what Lepresto can do here. They'll get the green flag with 10 laps to go. Again, no front wing on that 57 car, and he is shot out of a cannon here on the green flag. We're back underway. Taylor Wood trying to chew into that lead of Lepresto. I think Lepresto is going to be fighting an awfully tight race car as this race continues to wear on, and Wood getting a nice run through turns 1 and 2. The lead is down to a car length. He'll pull up alongside Lepresto, the 57, and tuck back into line. Yellow on the speedway. Caution flag is out, our 4th yellow of the event here on lap number 22. Caution flag on the speedway. And this will probably set us up for a 2-lap dash to the finish. Or excuse me, should be at least 4 laps, as we've got lap 23 on the board now. So this will probably set us up for a 3, maybe 4-lap dash here. Of course, that is, solely dependent on where the pace car picks up the field, where the field takes the yellow flag, and how all of that relates into where the start-finish line is. I assume that it will be a single-file restart once again, as we have now had 4 cautions for 13 laps. Running order remains the same for the most part. Anthony Lepresto, your leader. Taylor Wood running in position number 2. Eric Tupper 3. Skip Tuttle 4. And Steven Hersberg currently your top 5. White flag on the speedway. They'll put lap 25 on the board, so we will get the green with 4 to go. My math's not too bad. We'll get the green with 4 to go. Not too bad for a guy that went to Fisher. And I'll tell you, what a story this will be if Anthony Lepresto can hold on after getting involved in that accident early on with all 5 of the top 5 cars. He's had no front wing since that time. But Taylor Wood was closing in on him after just before that last yellow. Single file restart off of turn 4. Lepresto gets another great restart. Wood slides the tires off turn 4. And Lepresto's going to have at least 3 car lengths in turns 1 and 2. Taylor Wood did not get a great start that time. He has got a long road to hoe here if he's going to catch your leader. But Wood is really pushing it hard. Taylor Wood in the 05. Can he catch Anthony Lepresto, who's been fighting a tight race car without that front wing? He's got 2 laps to do it. 0.8 of a mile to go now for Anthony Lepresto. And Taylor Wood is closing. Wood is closing the gap on your leader. White flag in the air. Final trip around the dirt track at Charlotte. And here comes Taylor Wood. Down the back straightaway they go. Can Lepresto hold on? Wood goes to the bottom. Slide job into turn 4. But Anthony Lepresto's going to hold on for the win. Holy cow, what a finish. Anthony Lepresto, sans front wing, gets the win tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Taylor Wood will bring it home in position number 2. Eric Tupper, who continues his hot streak here with the Hammer Down iRacing League, will finish 3rd. I will catch my breath and we'll talk to your top 3 in victory lane. Stay tuned, you're watching Hammer Down TV's coverage of the Hammer Down iRacing League, brought to you by Turn 5 Media.
User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel.
Welcome back, race fans, to Hammer Down TV's coverage of the Hammer Down iRacing League 410 Sprints here at the dirt track at Charlotte. We just saw one of the best finishes we've had here in the last couple of weeks, and coming out victorious tonight, Anthony Lepresto, driver of the 57 car. Anthony, how on earth did you hold on for the win tonight?
Yeah, that's a good question there. Once I lost the front wing, I wasn't quite sure how I was going to be able to manage to get it done, but just was lucky to hold on there. I know a couple of guys behind me were probably a little bit faster than I was, but like I said, just got a little lucky there to hold off that one slider attempt there at the end, so pretty fortunate.
Help us take the race fans, behind the wheel of that car once you lost the front wing. Walk us through what it was doing and how you were able to drive through that.
Yeah, just kind of had to go back to a little bit of my non-wing experience there. Not looking out and not seeing a front wing there. So, as far as entry, just kind of drove a little bit better on entry. I wasn't gaining the speed I would gain with the wing, obviously, but it didn't feel loose. I mean, it actually felt pretty good. So, a little bit slower, but a little more stable. And as you saw, guys were getting pretty good gains on me there. So.
The key, I think, part of the key was your restarts tonight. Is that something that you work on, or is that just something that you try this, and if it works, you try it again?
Yeah, I think it's something that you always work on. You always want to get better at it, and you're never really satisfied at how good you are at restarts. I know me personally, I can go a race having all good restarts, and then the next race I'll bomb every single one of them and lose a bunch of spots due to it. So, just depends. I mean, yeah, it's something you're always trying to improve on for sure.
Well, great job tonight. Thank you for the show that you guys put on for our fans tonight. And before we get you out of here, I want you to tell us about the folks that make it happen there on the 57 car.
Yeah, for sure. Got to thank my teammates at UW Motorsports. Got to thank all of our sponsors at Ultimate Dirt TV, Next Gen Fab, Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints. Thank you guys at Hammer Down for running this thing. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy racing with you guys a couple times a week, so thank you guys.
Great job tonight.
Bye.
There's Anthony Lepresto, your feature winner here tonight, and now we'll talk to the guy who almost had him. Taylor Wood, driver of the 05, congratulations. Started 14th, started shotgun on the field, and drove her all the way to second. Great job tonight.
Thanks, man.
Walk me through that last lap. It looked like you didn't get quite as good a restart on that final restart, but you still had a chance there on the final lap, and I guess that's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah, I knew he'd have me off the restart there. I gave her my all in the last 2 laps. I knew I wasn't letting off the gas, and I knew I was going to get one run. I didn't want to slide job him and end up right in front of him, take us both out, so I just left the high side open.
Well, it was certainly an exciting finish. I know that you probably wanted one spot more there, but that was quite the finish, man. Great job to finish second tonight.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I wanted her. My arms are still shaking. I wanted her so bad.
Well, man, tell us about the folks that help you out on the 05 car, because it was quick tonight.
I'll thank my wife for sure for letting me sit down here away from the kiddos and getting in the car. Thank Hammer Down Racing for allowing me to join their league and giving me the opportunity to run up front here with these fast guys. And you guys for broadcasting. Love watching after I do the race.
Well, you're going to want to check this one out, man, because that was a wild finish. Great job tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys.
All right, there's Taylor Wood, who finishes in the runner-up spot tonight. And I couldn't wait to talk to this guy, Eric Tupper, driver of the 115. He's had a great debut week here with the Hammer Down League. Great job tonight, man. Third place finish.
Thank you.
Tell us about your race tonight. You drove up from the 9th starting spot and ended up 3rd. How was your run tonight?
Well, the accidents happened in my favor. The cautions definitely helped me out. I was able to get through, gain a couple positions there. Other than that, the cart felt a little loose on exit, but I could counteract that with how I entered the corner.
You talk about loose on exit. Turn 2 was a trouble spot tonight for a lot of guys. Was there anything in particular? Was there a lane that was the slick over there causing guys problems tonight?
If you kind of crowned it at the right spot in the middle of 1 and 2, it seemed like you could come out of 2 better. If I missed it, I'd wind up middle of the track coming out of 2, and it would just seem like the car just wanted to go to the right.
Gotcha. Well, that explains, I think, some of the incidents we saw tonight. But, hey, for you, great job tonight. +6 positions up to 3rd. It's been great to have you a part of our league, and I want to give you an opportunity to talk about some of the folks that helped make it happen for you there on the 115.
I got to thank all my guys at Har Motorsports, Ron and Brett and Ronnie. We all work on setups together and kind of run similar things, so we help each other out in that aspect. And I got to thank my wife for keeping kids away, and so I can sit here and play. And I think that's about it.
Great job tonight. We'll see you out at the next one.
Oh, one more thing. I got to thank Hammer Down for putting this on and letting me be a part of it.
Absolutely, man. We're happy to have you. Eric Tupper will finish in position number 3 here tonight. And we want to thank you for joining our coverage here of the 410 Sprints at the dirt track at Charlotte. Coming up tomorrow night, we've got the Super Late Models at Lima Land Motorsports Park. Saturday night, the Pro Late Models go to the Knoxville Raceway. A big event there for the Hammer Down iRacing League Pro Late Models. We want to thank you folks for joining in on the action tonight. Again, you can go back and rewatch the race on Hammer Down TV, as well as all of our social channels. And of course our website, www.hdirl.com. We hope you enjoyed tonight's coverage of what was a fantastic finish here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Our congratulations goes out to Anthony Lepresto, tonight's winner with the 410 Sprints at the dirt track at Charlotte. On behalf of Rob and Cindy Bellinger, all the admin staff, and all of our drivers here at the Hammer Down iRacing League, we thank you for joining us. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we will see you at the races.